Hey guys, LMNTRIX here. Hope you're all doing well and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be jumping right back into some Black Squad, and with Season 5 being over and Season 6 about to start, I thought about bringing up this video in order to provide you guys with the best 5 tips in order to get into the rank of Lion. Now there are definitely a lot more than just 5 tips which you can add to this list. So if you're in the rank of Lion or above, why don't you head down to the comments and let me know what your top 5 tips are. I want to see if we line up and if we're on the same page. And if you're someone that's struggling to get into Lion, then why don't you let me know in the comments down below if these 5 tips were in any way useful to you. Now I would like to add that these tips are not in any particular order and they are all of equal importance. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, you already know what to do, and if you're new to the channel and you really enjoy this kind of content, then why not consider subscribing. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. Now starting off with number 5, and that is communication. I guarantee you that the majority of the times that you're either winning or losing a game, it's because of communication. Whether that is working together as a team in order to push a bomb site, or calling the rotation on defense, or even something as simple as calling out the enemy's location and what weapon they have. Don't peek 10, by the way. That guy's gonna just camp that the whole time.
I didn't actually peek it.
No, I'm just pointing out because he was still there the whole fucking time. For example, sniper on B, holding B long. Then your teammates know to, for example, smoke that off before pushing. Now, let's say you're in the market for a new headset. What you should do is just go into your local retail store that sells electronic products, type in gaming headset, and what you do then is filter it by the cheapest to the most expensive and see what the best options are. Here in Sweden, for example, I can pick up the cheapest headset that will sound perfectly fine in game. It won't sound great, but it'll be enough for about $12. Also keep in mind that if you do not have a microphone and you have a gaming laptop, most of them actually have a built-in mic into the laptop on the top part of the screen, which you can actually use. Or if you have a webcam, you can actually use that as a mic as well. So there are definitely plenty of options out there, and there's definitely no excuse for you not to have a headset. So make sure you go ahead and get that set up before your next competitive game. Now moving on to tip number 4. Learn some nade and smoke spots for each map. I can't tell you the amount of times I've seen someone throw a smoke or a nade that goes just absolutely nowhere and it does nothing to help the team in order to win that round. Now I made a video about my top 5 favorite nades on several of the maps, which you can definitely check out by clicking the I on the top of this video. But there is definitely a lot of good content out there already on YouTube that break down the amount of nades and smokes you can do across several of the maps. So I definitely recommend that you go ahead and check some of those videos out as well. A well-placed smoke or nade can definitely be the deciding factor on whether or not you're going to win that round. And if you've seen any competitive gameplay across any FPS game, you will notice that a well-coordinated nade or smoke can definitely give you the edge over your opponents. So make sure that you at least memorize 1 or 2 nade spots per map, and you will notice how much easier it is to actually take over a bomb site. Tip number 3 is for the attacking team, and it's all about playing time. So what do I mean by playing time? If your team has managed to take over a bomb site and you are the bomb carrier, always make sure to plant the bomb that will give you an advantage over the enemy that needs to defuse the bomb. So what do I mean by this? Don't plant the bomb behind an object and then go opposite that object and try and hide behind a wall. Because when the enemy is going to go ahead and defuse the bomb, it's going to take you an extra 2 or 3 seconds to actually peek that corner in order to see him defuse the bomb. If you get the chance, try and plant the bomb in the open and then go and hide behind a wall and wait till you hear him defuse. Once you hear him defuse, never peek immediately. Always wait about 2 to even 3 seconds before peeking, just in case it was a fake defuse and catch you by surprise once you peek the corner.
Oh my god.
One more.
Oh shit, what the fuck? What the fuck? I need to reload my guns. Coming up side, 2.
No time.
Oh, bro. Nice.
Once the 2 or 3 seconds have passed, peek the corner by pre-firing onto where you planted the bomb. Even if you missed your shot, it will force him to stop defusing. If you keep doing that back and forth, he'll definitely have no time to defuse the bomb and you won the round guaranteed. I've done this so many times in competitive and even casual games, and it's so easy and it always works. Tip number 2 is for the defending side, and it is all about switching it up. You as a defender need to make sure that you're not holding the same corners or the same angles every single round. Try finding 3 or 4 spots across the bomb site that worked really well for you, and then you switch it up round over round again so the enemy team cannot anticipate where you're going to be. The amount of times that I pushed a bomb site and all I needed to do was pre-fire the same spot, and I managed to land a nice one tap on the guy sitting behind that corner. He ends up calling me a hacker, but the reality is he's always in that same corner and I always know to just pre-fire that spot. The same principle applies when you're trying to flank the enemy team. Make sure that you don't always flank the same spot. And if you're gonna do it, then make sure at least that you know the area is clear. Because I guarantee you, once you reach lion level, people will anticipate you flanking and they will have someone to hold back an angle and catch you off guard. So go ahead and give this a try next time you're defending, as switching up the defensive angles that you're holding will definitely work to your advantage. Now the final tip, so tip number 1 is never give up, especially in a game like Black Squad because the map design is awful. So sometimes it has nothing to do with how you or your team are playing, it is simply that some maps are just easier as an attacking team and other maps are just easier as a defending team. And simply because you lost the first 2 or 3 rounds doesn't mean the entire game is over. For example, the map Dust Shield. Playing as the attacking team versus a well-coordinated defending team on Dust Shield is extremely difficult. So for example, if you've managed to take 3 rounds as the attacking team and the defending team managed to take 4 rounds, that is actually extremely good. So do keep in mind that some maps are simply designed in that way. And a little but very important final tip that I'm going to share with you guys is don't be toxic. Dude! Are you kidding me, bro? So for example, rather than trash talking a teammate that isn't performing as well, try to encourage him as that might help to you actually winning the game. And if there is a toxic player on your team, then you just go ahead and mute him. Don't let him get in your head, as that will also definitely affect your game. But anyways guys, these were the top 5 tips that I recommend that you start implementing more and more into your gameplay. Don't forget to let me know in the comments down below if this was actually useful to you, or even if you have any additional tips that you would like to add to this list.